Ownership and funding. Within this vlog, I'll discuss the ownership of businesses. I will discuss local businesses and their pros and cons, national businesses and global businesses within the TV and film industry and how they operate. I'll also discuss different funding methods such as pay-per-view and licensing fees. I'll state some pros and cons to each of the funding methods. Funding within the TV and film industry varies depending on what your package is or if it's compulsory for you to pay. Method 1 is licensing fees, such as TV license. TV license is compulsory for everyone in the UK who watches or records TV as it is broadcasted to have. This includes TV on computers such as iPlayer, Channel 4 on demand, etc. Also it includes mobile phones, DVD/video recorders and other devices used in the household. There are different arguable pros and cons of TV license. The pros of TV license could include it provides money into the TV and film industry. It gives an income to BBC, which is the biggest news reporter. TV license covers more than one thing, for example TV, laptops, DVDs. It's more consistent price that you have to pay. You'll always have to have TV to watch and you get a good quality of TV programmes as it's run from BBC who deliver a high quality of footage. Arguable that the cons of TV license could be the expense and the annual rates to pay are high and not all groups of people are thought about, for example people who aren't well off on money. Method 2 is subscription service. The subscription service is optional depending on if you want to buy a subscription. Subscription services are an agreement to receive a wide range of TV programmes from either Virgin Media or Sky. There are different pros and cons for subscription service. Some pros include provides exclusive channels that you have subscribed to. You can't get the channels on preview. There's a wide range of channels including films and music. A digital box such as Sky allows you to pause in the middle of programmes. You can record programmes and watch them later, and they can be some good deals. Cons of subscription service include the expense. Not everyone can afford the packages available. The price isn't always a set up price and can vary. And if you want Sky Dish might have to be fitted, which could cause a problem if you're in a rented accommodation or flat. Method 3 is pay-per-view. This is a service offered by cable TV companies that allows subscribers to view special programs. Pay-per-view is mostly in sporting events such as wrestling. This is an additional price on top of your subscription fees. Pros of pay-per-view include you can get fast releases, you pay for what you see, it's a one-off payment, you can get films that are newly released and it's exclusive footage, but the cons include expense and you have to pay it to watch a specific program or event. Method 4 is subscribe adverts to a specific program. For example, I'm a Celebrity sponsored by iChannel. This method of funding allows outside companies or brands to use a short series of credit sequence around a specific program. This sponsorship will feature the logo and a message. This method is usually shown before and after a break. The pros of subscribe adverts include the product or business gets viewed by more viewers. The majority of subscribe adverts are used on programs such as I'm a Celeb, X Factor, and Britain's Got Talent, which are watched by more customers, so the adverts will be viewed a lot more and not skipped by viewers or potential customers. The business is shown more by being subscribed to a specific program, for example ice cream. Cons of subscribe adverts could include not everyone watches the program that the advert subscribed to, fake advertisement of the business could be used, poor advertisement, or not the correct businesses could be advertised or subscribed to a certain program. Method 5 is advertising or adverts. Adverts are for outside businesses to produce a short video to be shown on TV during breaks which will promote their products or services. Businesses will have to pay a broadcaster to broadcast their videos and adverts during breaks. Pros of advertising can include the adverts will be seen by a high number of people as it's shown on TV and the internet, etc. Adverts can be used on YouTube. There will be a wide range of audience. The outside business can promote what their item or service stores, price, offers, etc., which can increase sales. The cons of advertising could be the expense of creating video to advertise, the expense of advertising, and viewers can get irritated with adverts and change channel when adverts come on, and the use of false advertisement can be used and the deals might not be correct. Method 6 is product placement. Product placement is a practice where manufacturers of items or providers of service gain exposure for their products by paying for them to be featured in film and TV programs. An example of product placement is in Back to the Future 2, they use night training. Product placement can be advantageous as long as outside businesses aren't overusing takeover. Pros of product placement can include viewers will recognise that specific products are being used in films, such as certain phones or fashion items such as Nike or Adidas, etc. The use of product placement is making their brand more commercial and gets the company/brand out there as it's being shown on a film used by actor or actresses. It can create more custom. Cons of product placement could be that the products are used too much and could take over the plot of the film. Method 7 is private capital. This is a funding which usually comes from individual investors or private groups that fund for certain businesses. Many leaders of money provide finance for a startup/new business. This helps them get set up without applying for bank loans. A pro of private capital is it helps companies not get into a big amount of debt with banks, and it helps more businesses get up and release films and TV programs, which is always a pro for film and TV industries. Method 8 is crisis funding. This is a group which would help financially if your project runs out of money before the finishing point. This type of business funding provides money for TV shows, films or production of them that have come to financial difficulties. Pros of crisis funding: it helps new films get released, and it's a reliability in case TV shows or films or the production of both come to difficulties of finance or once the film or TV program to be released. Method 9 is development funding. This is a department that is funding to help join the development process of new films or TV programs, documentaries. Without this funding, many original productions would not have reached screens. An example of this could be film and films produced in Hollywood. This is an advantage as it helps new films be released and creates more custom. In the next part of my vlog is the ownership of businesses. I'll discuss local and national and global businesses and which departments of TV and film operate in which. I'll also list some pros and cons. A local business is a small business which operates from one area. The business will serve one community, such as Nottingham. Local businesses will just have one business operating from one area. Local businesses are independent, sole trader type of businesses and could be family run. An example of some businesses that are local to me are Broadway Cinema, East Midlands News, Local Radio, Nottingham Post, Kimmer FM and BBC Radio, which is local to me. There are many different pros and cons for local businesses, including the pros for local business could be it makes it exclusive to the local area. For example, you can only get Nottingham channels in Nottingham. It's personalised, there's not as much tax to be paid, there will be more profit for the business to keep if there's not as many employees, etc. and there'll be a regular customer. Cons would include you may need to advertise more as it's local and you're only getting local custom. You might not get as much custom as it isn't global. Your revenue isn't going to be as high and it will be a lot more difficult to compete with large companies. A national business is a business that operates all over one country. National businesses have a lot more businesses, which is the difference in local. A national business would have businesses that operate in different areas of the country. Businesses that could operate within the national business sector include Channel 4, HMV, Cineworld or other cinemas that have more than one cinema, equal. Pros of this include higher revenue, you wouldn't have to advertise as much, you'd have a wider range of customers, and you'd have a lot more businesses in different areas. Cons would be the higher tax payment and you'd have bigger people trying to compete with the business. A global business is a business that operates from a number of countries and cities such as London, New York, Paris. A global business is the biggest business and have businesses working from all different areas of cities and countries. An example is BBC have reporters in all different parts of the world ready to report when needed. An example of businesses that operate in the sector are BBC and global radio stations. The pros would be there'd be more custom, there'd be a wide range of customers from all over the world and it'd be a really high revenue. The cons would be that it's not personalised and you'd have a lot bigger people to compete with.